1. Theory of relativity. The theory of relativity, developed by Albert Einstein, explains how gravity affects space and time. 1. There are two parts to this theory: special relativity and general relativity. Special relativity. It states that the laws of physics are the same for all observers moving at a constant speed. The theory introduces the concept of spacetime, where space and time are interconnected. It also explains phenomena such as time dilation, time passing differently for objects moving at different speeds, and length contraction, objects appearing shorter when moving at high speeds. General relativity. It extends special relativity to include gravity. General relativity describes gravity as the curvature of spacetime caused by massive objects. The theory explains how objects with mass, like stars and planets, create a dent in spacetime, causing other objects to move along curved paths around them. 1. Quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that deals with the behavior of particles on a very small scale, such as atoms and subatomic particles. 1. It is a fundamental theory that helps us understand the nature of matter and energy. Quantum superposition. Quantum mechanics introduces the idea of superposition, which means that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. For example, an electron can be in a state of both spin up and spin down until it is measured or observed, at which point it chooses one of the states. Quantum entanglement. It refers to a phenomenon where two or more particles become connected in such a way that the state of one particle affects the state of the other, regardless of the distance between them. This has been experimentally verified and has implications for fields such as quantum computing and secure communication. 1. Evolution. Evolution is the process of change in all forms of life over generations. 1. It is driven by the principles of natural selection and genetic variation. Natural selection. It is the mechanism by which species evolve over time. It states that individuals with traits that are advantageous for their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce, passing those traits to their offspring. This leads to the gradual accumulation of beneficial traits in a population over generations. Genetic variation. Variation in traits within a population occurs due to genetic mutations and recombination. Mutations introduce new genetic variations, while recombination shuffles existing genetic material during reproduction. This variation provides the raw material for natural selection to act upon, allowing species to adapt and evolve in response to changes in their environment. 1. Structure of atoms. Atoms are the building blocks of matter, and understanding their structure is crucial to understanding chemistry and physics. Nucleus. At the center of an atom is a tiny, dense region called the nucleus. It contains positively charged particles called protons and uncharged particles called neutrons. The number of protons determines the atom's identity, e.g., hydrogen, carbon, oxygen. Electrons. Surrounding the nucleus are negatively charged particles called electrons. Electrons exist in specific energy levels or shells. Each shell can hold a specific number of electrons, with the innermost shell being able to hold the fewest. The arrangement and interactions of electrons determine the chemical properties of an atom. Atomic bonding. Atoms can interact with each other to form chemical bonds. For example, atoms can share electrons, covalent bonding, or transfer electrons, ionic bonding, to achieve a stable configuration. These interactions give rise to the formation of molecules and the diversity of compounds.